Government that champions the common good over the narrow self-interest. No self-interest, not with those people. Me, sure, but it's really when I win, we all win. Really? They have heavy influence on this administration. Bloomberg has reported that Center for American Progress has helped build the platform that triumphed in the 2008 campaign. No! Did you do that, George? And Time magazine noted that not since the Heritage Foundation helped guide Ronald Reagan's transition in 1981 has a single outside group held so much sway. Yep. Now, let me introduce you to somebody else. He's the head of Obama's transition team, John Podesta. He's also the founder of the Center for American Progress, former Clinton administration official, and the guy who not only laid out the plan for how the Obama team would be put together, he staffed the senior levels of the White House. He's the guy who found all the cabinet members, so our president didn't have to do any of that hard thinking. He also has helped staff the top layer of government agencies. He's a patriot. Now, with that kind of influence, especially when no one elected you, oh man, you could do all kinds of stuff. We'll show you how some of the evidence is stacking up that shows that some of that influence may not be in your best interest. But the spooky dude, spooky dude. Shh. It's important to see what Soros is investing in. Could there possibly be any conflicts of interest? No, they're looking out for you. Through his Soros Fund Management Hedge Fund, Soros is heavily invested. I just want to show this. First, we start here. Crime Inc. George Soros, spooky dude. He starts Center for American Progress, headed by John Podesta. Center for American Progress with John Podesta selects the Obama transition team. Isn't this great so far? Next step, Soros. Soros is thinking about buying, oh, I like gasoline-powered braziers. I like that. That's what, I'm not, what, it's an oil company? Uh-oh, spooky dude must have gotten it wrong. Almost $1 billion to Petrobras. Yeah, now this caught my attention. Seemingly nobody else has caught this one. That's weird, because by the time we get to the end of Crime Inc. here, whoa, you're going to think, that is strange. Remember, Petrobras, Brazil's state-controlled oil behemoth. It's Brazil's version of big oil, but they've nationalized it for the little people's convenience. They've netted $15 billion in profits just last year. As of March 31st this year, SEC filings show Soros has $637 million invested in the Petrobras. Yeah. Last December, the fund had $9 million invested in the country, $900 million invested in the company, making Petrobras one of the fund's 2 largest stakes. Got it? 2. One of the 2 largest stakes that we can find in Soros's investments. Now, what was it that he saw that the rest of the world didn't? Is he just that much smarter, or is it maybe that spooky dude, you know, has some connections? What? You wouldn't use your connections? Yeah. I'm not sure if he knew that the administration would be making a $2 billion preliminary commitment for Petrobras. For exploration, just days after he strengthened his investment. Isn't that weird? You see, he's got some connections here, but I'm sure he had no idea what was coming on the other side of the circle. No, It's probably just another one of those bad luck situations for Obama, because this doesn't seem to pass the smell test at all. No. Billionaire investor dumps money into a state-controlled Brazilian oil company. Days later, the American administration dumps $2 billion into the exact same company? What are the odds, Gilligan? Let's go here. George Soros starts a Center for American Progress with John Podesta. John Podesta's Center for American Progress selects the Obama transition team. Okay. Soros buys $900 million in gasoline-powered bras. Then, in a completely unrelated story, BP has their oil spill. But wait a minute. Who's this guy? John Podesta? John Podesta is the guy who does all the lobbying for BP? Certainly. I'm sorry, Tony Podesta, certainly no relation to John Podesta, other than their brothers. We'll have to come back to that one later in the show. So then, Center for American Progress starts to make Obama policy. This one, we'll show you, laid out by Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal. One of the policies, cap and trade, which goes right to Crime Inc. and all of the Obama friends with the climate exchange in Chicago. That's weird. Then Obama suspends the deep water drilling at 1,500 meters. He says, hey, that's dangerous. 1,500 meters, that's crazy. Petrobras is drilling at 2,777 meters. Obama knows it and loans $2 billion to Petrobras. Last stop, Petrobras shareholders get rich. Oh my gosh, we're back at the beginning. Shareholder, Petrobras getting rich. You getting screwed. You see how this works? Don't you feel better inside? The American president is out looking for you. This administration is crippling the American competitors of Petrobras right now. The biggest winner in this oil spill and all of these things is Petrobras. Mind you, this is a multi-billion-dollar company that rakes in tens of billions of dollars in profit each and every year. Why would we loan Petrobras $2 billion? Why would we be loaning and investing in another country's offshore drilling while banning ours? A lot of questions. Good thing we have another 43 minutes. Circle of crime keeps going around. Next. You mind if I take my jacket, because we got a lot of work to do, and it's boiling in this city. And the nice thing about New York at this time of year, it doesn't smell like vomit or urine at all. The Overton window, I want to tell you about this real quick. Out in bookstores everywhere. I wrote this book for people that, you know, they're really, really close. You almost have them, but they need a story to go along with it. That's the Overton window. It's a thriller for summer. Read it. It's the last 20 pages or so are just the things that are in it that are true, that will boggle your mind. Available everywhere and at glennbeck.com/books. Okay. We're showing you the circle of deception in the Obama administration and the BP oil spill. It really is Crime Inc. This is a circle that is absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the bigger crimes, and no one in the media doesn't seem to care. I mean, I think that's the biggest crime. Nobody in the media seems to want to put a full day's work in. I'm sure it's just another one of the president's bad luck circumstances. Sure. Looks bad. George Soros, the influential progressive billionaire, you know, heavily invested in Petrobras and stands to make a fortune if the value goes up. And guess what's happening to the value because of what's happening with the Gulf and the whole thing that the Center for American Progress, which he started and runs by John Podesta and Obama, is now doing. It's last break I showed you his Center for American Progress. I touched on the influence over the administration. Oh, stop with the conspiracy. Yeah. I want to show you the response in the BP oil spill. Way back on May 3rd, the Center for American Progress said the White House should demand BP set up an escrow account worth billions to pay the Gulf Coast residents. Do we have that anywhere? No, just in here? Well, we did it. Yeah, it was done last week. May 4th, Center for American Progress suggested that Obama name a commission to investigate the causes of the POs. And on May 22nd, Obama did it. May 21st, Center for American Progress, John Podesta, privately implored White House officials, name